Hey everybody, it's Vicki Weber from At Home Author. I'm super excited because today I have Brittany Plumeri from At Home Author with me, and we are going to teach you how to grow your email list on Autopilot. This is super important because as authors, we can get stretched pretty thin. There are so many marketing strategies out there. We're doing author visits and vendor events and putting ourselves out there in the world, and we don't always have time to gather new leads for our email list. But email lists are super important because with social media, algorithms are constantly changing. With your email list, you're going to build a following of people who are interested in what you write about, and they will turn into loyal customers later. I can't emphasize enough how powerful of a tool this can be when it's done right. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Take it away, Brittany.
Okay, disclaimer. You must have a solid product or marketing will only take you so far. If you cut corners with illustrators or editors, you run the risk of these strategies not working for you. So, this is us just saying, even if you have a phenomenal lead magnet, if your book was not up to par with illustrations or you have a lot of grammar issues, this still will not work.
And part of the reason we emphasize that so heavily is because we've seen it happen so many times. Because all of the marketing strategies that you're trying, the biggest thing that they're going to rely on is people enjoying the product, because then it's going to continue to spread like wildfire. If you get your book in front of people and they don't like it, the momentum stops there. So, at a glance, what we're looking at with automating your email list is what's called a funnel. So, a funnel is very simple. You can see it looks like a funnel, and at the top, you have the traffic. What most authors do for traffic is they are posting in Facebook groups, they are networking organically, they're making posts on social media, or they're relying on other parts of their marketing plan to get people to organically land on their website. So traffic is a huge component because the smaller your pool of traffic, the less things are going through the funnel, the less people. So that next step is a lead magnet. This is very simply a tool to get leads, and leads are those emails, those people on your email list that will become loyal subscribers and look forward to the content that you're creating. They'll help you with future book releases purely by, sharing, possibly reviewing, or joining your launch teams. So we need to start with, what is a lead magnet? Don't overthink it. It is just a free worksheet or printable, something like that. It is something for free that you are offering to your audience in exchange for their email address. It's really that simple.
So, these are some examples of worksheets that I actually have made. Um, we found that the best lead magnet was a worksheet that goes hand in hand or represents our book in some way. That was great for teachers and homeschooled parents to be able to download, because those will be the ones that are most of our audiences, our teachers and parents. So we found that putting a worksheet that matches curriculum or goes with grade level or uses the same verbiage for their child, kind of pushing them along in learning, was the best way to get their emails. So these worksheets that you see here were made in Adobe.
And this one on the right actually is one of the ones that goes along with my book. So this is one I've used as a lead magnet in the past. Now, just as an example, when we say that your lead magnet has to be something that people want, you really have to know your audience and you have to know who you're targeting, because if you just throw up any old thing and people don't want it, you are not going to get the results that you want. So, very simply, you're going to create your lead magnet and you're going to put it on your website as a free download. But the important thing is, you have to make sure that they do not get the free download unless they enter their email to claim the freebie. That's a step that a lot of people skip. Then Once their email is in, an automated email goes to their inbox with the freebie. So what this does is people land on your website, they fill it out, they get an automatic email with the freebie. You have done no work up until that point. I can't emphasize how huge that is, because when I first started out and somebody was, putting things up, I was putting stuff up on my website, people were filling it out. I was manually sending these emails, and I was feeling bad because if I'm like not home or not near my computer, I'm like, oh, I got to run over and send it. Don't do that to yourself. Automate whenever you can.
The other mistake that I made was I put it to my website, but I forgot that I needed that pop-up to put an email. So when I had first started, people were just downloading it. And I was like, oh, 50 downloads. Forgot the email part. So totally make sure that you are backtracking how your website works.
Test. Always do a test.
Okay. So I have been doing lead magnets for a while. Like I said, I am a teacher, so I love to make up worksheets that go with my books. And now I've been doing it for others as well. The best advice I can give you is, as you're making these lead magnets, you have to realize that it matters about how cute it is. I know that's like, oh, really? No, like teachers love cutesy stuff. Kids love cutesy things. So those worksheets, you want to make sure that they're pretty. Like the one I made for Vicky, even though it was just words, essentially, it was broken up by boxes and borders. So it's not just words on a paper, especially for the younger kids. They like to look at other things besides just the words. In blatant terms, it's boring for them. So you want to make sure your worksheet is cute. Then, in order to make this lead magnet work, you also are going to make a graphic for that worksheet, because this is what you're going to be using to post on your Instagram, on your Facebook, to get your lead magnet out there. You're going to be putting it on a graphic. So you want to make sure that you're making a cute graphic with it. So my latest lead magnet, I made my graphic. I had my worksheet. I was really excited about it. I put it out. That first day, I had about 50 emails from the first day that I put the lead magnet out. So now I ran it for about 4 days. And at the end of it, I had about 250 new emails by just making one cute graphic with the one worksheet. I didn't make it a lesson plan. I didn't go absolutely crazy. I just did the one worksheet and my cute graphic, started my ads up, and that was it. In 4 days, I had 250 emails and quite a few new buys on my Amazon KDP.
And the other thing too that a lot of people forget is when you put resources out there, work smarter, not harder. In the back of my book, I put a QR code to a lead magnet on my website also, because I want to capture the people who made it to the end of my book and enjoyed it. When I do create a lead magnet, I put a QR code in there that leads to the Amazon page, because I want that. Oh, if you like this worksheet or this activity that goes along with the book, here's the book. So all of this is going to support all of the other things that you're doing. Now, Brittany was saying that, that attractiveness of your graphic, the attractiveness of your lead magnet, and the relevancy to your audience is going to be crucial in the type of results that you get. So now that we've addressed lead magnets, we've addressed how they become leads, let's work on getting traffic there, because I know I don't have time to post on Facebook all day, to comment in Facebook groups when someone's asking for a lesson plan, hunting people down. I don't have time to do that. I want this to be an automated process that I don't have to worry about. So how do we get that traffic to the lead magnet? The answer is very simple. It is social media ads. And so I'm going to dive in right now and show you the best way to get your ads in front of the right people. Because once again, I can't stress this enough. You need to have your content in front of the right people, because it will translate to sales. If I just put my book in front of anybody, it might lead to a sale. It might not. If I put my music books in front of music lovers, it is very likely to convert to a sale. And so my dollar is going to go further, then I can reinvest. It's like dominoes. My effort is going to go further. So I can't stress this enough. If you don't know your audience, get to know them. It's also okay to have multiple audience groups and to have different lead magnets for both audience groups or different things that you're doing to bring in those different groups of people. That's okay too. You just don't want to lump them into one thing. I don't lump, music loving parents with music educators because I wouldn't talk to them in person the same way about my book. So I don't want to talk to them the same way through an ad. So now's the time to take action. Start by learning more about your target audience and who really resonates with what your book is about. Then create your lead magnet or have someone else do it for you. If you need help with that, you can find a link in the description below for us to make your lead magnet for you. Once you have that, set up your automation using your website and your email provider, and then start running Facebook ads. If you haven't seen our YouTube video on how to run Facebook ads for authors, make sure you watch that to help you set up your funnel. And as always, if you have questions, pop them in the comments below or reach out to athomeauthor.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more publishing tips and tricks.